everyone.
Welcome, everyone. Oh,
Okay, we can go ahead and get started in 1 minute.
literally a minute.
Yeah, in 1 minute. I'm just admitting a few people in right now.
What?
A minute is longer than you think.
It is. It can be very long.
That too.
Okay, I think we can go ahead and get started.
Can we get people to share their videos too, so we can see them when they do their, when they share their stuff?
Yes, I will turn on, we'll announce if they'd like. They can join in with their video, but for now, everyone will be on mute, so their audio is not messing with your audio.
Sure, sure. But it's nice to be, it's nice, it feels more like I get to hang out with kids when I get to see them.
Yes. So hello, everyone. Thank you for joining the program. If you'd like, you can turn on your video so we can also see you guys.
It's Penny. Hi.
Hi. So welcome to Monday Family Fun Night at SOPL.
Sorry, Beth, we can't hear you. Can you unmute yourself?
Okay.
All
Okay,
right.
just if you don't mind getting started one more time.
Okay. Sorry. Okay, here we are, SOPL. We're inside the library, Ellie and I, ready for Family Fun Night, a program that traditionally has been funded by the Friends of South Orange Public Library, and we're really grateful to their years of support, especially summer reading, and especially this year. There is a summer reading program. There is a schedule of events, which is available at the library or on the children's homepage with Zoom access codes and things about events. This Thursday, we're going to do tie-dye through a virtual Zoom event using food coloring and white t-shirts. Also, I just want to say that the new library cards are available. So please come in. These are library cards that there was a contest, if you remember, and these were the winning cards. It was a really hard decision, but they represent how these kids felt about the library and what it meant to them. So you're welcome to come in, and these are fine free cards. So please come in and pick out. You get to pick one card and take it home with you. That'll be your new library card. Okay, I think that's it.
It looks like somebody's already done all their graphic narrative stuff. I'm going to cheat and take off my mask so that you can hear me better, I hope.
Right.
But Beth is far away from me now, so I promise you I am not breathing on people. So for this program, I would encourage you to grab a pen or a pencil, some paper. Those are the things that you really need. If you want to grab something to color with, that'll be great. It's up to you. There's no rules in art. And if you have Post-its, they can be really helpful too. My name is Elly Lonon. I live in South Orange. This is my favorite library. I'm an author. I have a graphic novel called Amongst the Liberal Elite, which is decidedly not for children. But the South Orange Library has that. I'm also an artist. You might have seen some of my postcards around town of our local landmarks. Words has them and a couple other shops. And I also do things, I have an Etsy shop where my things are stuck together, where I do cards, greeting cards, and just little paintings, some of them with a graphic component. I love stories, and I love storytelling, and I love helping people tell their stories. So what we're going to do today is make a 4-panel comic or a graphic narrative, depending on if your parents don't think comic books are a cool thing. then we're making a graphic narrative. They're the same things, and comic books are still reading, my people.
That's right.
So I would suggest, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some hints and some tips and some tricks. Like Miss Beth keeps saying that she can't draw, so she can't do this. And you're not supposed to tell a librarian they're wrong, but this one time she is. So for our 4-panel comic / narrative, we're going to start with once upon a time, there was. They wanted. This is where you're going to introduce your character. You're going to tell us what they want. Then they're going to have conflict, which is pretty crucial to most good stories, right? Even the Paw Patrol, right? Like, just conflict. And then, ... So one way to start, if you guys want to work on this while I'm talking, yes, you can do your things in a line. This is where the Post-its are a really handy trick, because you can take your Post-its. It's going to be really, I should have a, we're going
Can I help you with something?
to use my painting as a clipboard. So you can take, this will be shaky because I'm doing it sideways. You can take your Post-its, also maybe I'm a little nervous. No, and trace around them.
All your friends up. Oh, to make it a nice
Yeah.
story, you mean? Oh, yeah. See?
Teresa Wong, who's a brilliant graphic novelist, taught me this trick. Boom!
Oh.
Cha-cha-cha. You can do them 4 in a row. You can do them 4 in a cube. I'll say this about 900 times. There are no rules in art. Okay, now I'm going to give you a little bit of a spiel. So you can be thinking about your storyline while I'm talking, but also pay attention, just a scotch. I want to talk about what Miss Beth said, that she can't draw, so she can't do this.
So I have ideas.
You should have ideas. The thing about a graphic narrative or a comic is the simpler your drawing is, the more people can identify with it, right? So, for example, let's do this. Can you guess who this person might be? Though she probably had a haircut more frequently than February. But I'm probably gonna go out on a limb and say the only person who looks like this on the call. Maybe there's a couple of us. I kind of doubt it, because I'm pretty sure nobody else has polka dotted glasses. However, there might be some people that look more like this, or that might look more like your mom or your aunt or your friend or neighbor, right? Someone you can recognize. That's starting to look like a lot of us, right? That looks like Miss Beth and or me, right? And if I want to make it, we're off the rails already, people. If I want to make it look like anybody, I just do that. And that can be any person, right? So I don't usually say this, but less is more when it comes to your art for a comic. Because you're worried about having people understand what your character feels, not what they look like, okay? To that end, a lot of emotion happens in your face and in your eyes, right? So you can do all kinds of faces. Like, I should have brought more paper here.
What do you need?
No, I got some. I didn't have it. I'm not very organized. Shh, don't tell her. So you can make faces like, surprise, right? If I throw on some eyebrows and I make this mouth a little, now I'm angry, right? It's really simple to just change things, to change and convey emotion with face. But body helps too. And so you're gonna probably want to draw some bodies, which makes people
Yeah,
freak out.
really nervous.
Okay, I have a trick. Take any shape. I picked 4 just arbitrarily, showing Beth too.
Mhm.
I got a triangle, circle, square, whatever the heck that other thing is. A semicircle, but it's not.
Mhm.
A squishy circle. It's a mushroom top or a marshmallow gone bad. Anyway. Then I took those same shapes and I just changed their orders around, right? If you stick them together, right, you got a head and a body.
Ah,
Now,
very tricky.
if I'm Miss Beth right now, I'm gonna, she's kind of looking at me like,
It is hard to know people.
like, I'm not sure what's going on here,
Wow.
right? I added lines, y'all, just wiggly lines to make arms and legs and some face. You can do that. That's not hard
It
drawing.
almost looks like it's gonna pop out of the page.
That's my big old marker. So you can do a lot of things with emotion with bodies. So Miss Beth is kind of holding her hands together and like, that's something you do when you're a little uncomfortable, right? You like protect your
I'm trying to
body
take it all in.
with your hands.
I want mine to look good.
Something I do when I'm drawing characters and I want to convey emotion is I act it out, or I get my kids to act it out. So let's say I'm super excited, right? So Artie, you just saw my face. My eyebrows went up, my eyes got bigger. Like my smile is big, my hands are shaking and they're splayed, right? Like, I'm so excited. I know, that was a great visual. You're welcome. So then I can do that on this character. I don't know if you can, it's probably too dim. As I'm using my fattest marker to try and make it show. So let's see, super excited. I've got hands up. And we'll just make up something for legs. I might even squat a little and put my knees together like this. And I would have a smile super big and eyes and big eyebrows. Right, okay, this is a little sloppy, but you get the point, right? Like you can convey all kinds of things, just a couple lines. Another thing you can do is, oh, that's okay, I'm all right. Thank you though. I'm trying to not touch a lot of things because,
Oh, sure.
what else could we do? We could do someone running, right? I hear people do that. Not my bag, but I've heard it happens. So let's have this person running right here. So I would put one leg and I'd kick it out and I would throw this one forward. We're running. What do you do with your arms? You, right? So then I would do one arm like this and you usually put the other arm behind you, right? So then I would go, psh, psh. All right, I'm running. Can you see how easy that was? And then, let's see, probably be concentrated. And I would have a focused face. All these people are a little cranky. Another thing you can do to convey action or emotion, something called emanata. I don't know if I printed any of that out. I don't think so. Emanata is like wiggly lines or things to convey feelings and movement. So if I'm here having my shaky, I'm so excited, I can't hold my head still, then I'm got little wavy lines here, like, woohoo, right? And if I'm running, I might make these little lines to make me look fast. Might even throw in some little sweat drops. Also, I'd like to point out that all these people should actually be wearing masks. you can't really see as much emotion that way, right? So that's emanata. Let's see, I'll tell a couple more things about the drawing part, right? There's something called perspective. And I don't know how much art stuff you guys know, but perspective is how close you are to something, right? Like those books behind me are tiny because they're far away. And this book is big because it's close, right? How you arrange perspective can make the story more interesting, and it can totally change the dynamic of a story. So for example, if I show you this picture, it's a dog, in case that's not clear, with big old fangs and a mouth like right on top of you, right? He looks like he's about to chomp you. But if I take my perspective and I back away, it's a dog and his mouth is open because, for example, it might be 99 degrees outside like it is here right now. And if you back out even further, it's a puppy on a run with his person. Again, why you would run on a 99-degree day is another mystery to me. You can convey a lot of things without any words, but as a writer, I like words. So word bubbles are the other things you need to know about, right? So here's this gal again, remember her. You can, when you're writing your words, I want you to draw your words. I want you to think about them more and how you put them in a bubble. Like this, ow, something sharp stuck me. So this is a sharp shape to convey that loud, sharp, ah sound. And this is a normal speech bubble, just who, you know. This time I did it in cursive, like hello. Like you kind of get the intonation just from the word, even if you don't see the person. Love fest, hi. That's what I said to Miss Beth when I got here. And she said, ew, right? Because it's kind of melty. And this is a thought bubble. That means you think it in your head and don't say it out loud. So I am going to draw with you guys. We're going to draw for about 10, 15 minutes. I'll check on you guys. I'm going to draw, I'm going to use different shapes because I have this little ukulele guy I draw when I'm bored. So I'll probably do a comic with him. Just to remind you, you're going to start with once upon a time there was a ukulele dude named Herbert, or a little boy in South Orange, or a ladybug that lived in the moon. And then you're going to say, they wanted. My ukulele is going to want something with balloons. I'm still thinking. Maybe the boy in South Orange wants a pet duck, and maybe the ladybug in the moon wants cotton candy. But maybe my ukulele's balloon will pop, and maybe that little boy's doesn't live near any water for the duck, and maybe maybe the ladybug is allergic to sugar. Whatever story you have, go nuts. If you want to write about the pandemic, there's a little boy who really wants to go back to school. There's a little girl who misses her friends. You're welcome to write about that too. And parents, I hope you get to do this too, because it's a lot of fun. But if you're paralyzed and you don't want to do it, think about some other pandemic comic, right? Like, what are the 4 things that you wished you'd got at the grocery store before, or at Target before you couldn't go there anymore? Or what are the 4 things that are helping you get through Zoom meetings and a croquet set, an inflatable pool, whatever, a new novel. I think I'm touching stuff which I shouldn't be doing. I think that if you have any questions, I'll be happy to take them while I am drawing with you. And otherwise, I'll just keep mumbling while you're drawing, because I can't wait to see what you have. Hopefully you guys will share it with me on here. And I'll make my excited face again with my wavy hands.
Where do the words go?
You can put them, so Beth just asked me, where do the words go?
So I have a story.
She has a story. They go inside your panels. There's no real hard, fast rules. If you want to have your characters talk or think,
Right.
I would suggest these bubbles. But another trick that people do, excuse me, is they might narrate. So if I did, we go back to these pictures, and I put a panel, I didn't say that, but I think you guys probably already figured out that the panel is just the box around something, right? So now I'm trapped in a panel. If I was going to narrate it, I would pick the wrong pen. I would put a block across the top or the bottom, and I would write in there, and I would say, Elly really wished she had cotton candy. I don't actually like cotton candy, but now I just feel bad for that ladybug on the moon, you guys. So that would be narration.
I have another question. Suppose you didn't want to draw anything in your boxes.
Miss Beth is saying, suppose I don't want to draw anything in my boxes. Are you saying you don't want to be limited by my panels? Because good news, there are no rules in art.
If you just put a bubble inside the panel and wrote something, that was kind of boring, I guess.
Nope. That's, again, perspective. Like you could, if I'll do it on my comic when I do it, but like, so if I had a panel and I had a lot of stuff to say in it,
Yeah.
I might, like a lot of times, here, I'll show
You
you.
want to distinguish one speaker from the other.
Well, you could just put, so panels don't have to all be the same size, for starters. Hopefully this is not a page with any profanity on it. You can do all sorts of creative panels. You can do full pages. They don't have to be limited. She holds up a thing of liquor. And so like this page is all small panels. They have a fight on text. So that's another device where I didn't draw, there's no people. I didn't draw this, I had a partner, Joan Riley. It's brilliant. You should look at everything she does. There's all sorts of vehicles. So if you had a lot of words, for example, you could do one of 2 things. You could have your panel, and you could have, all right, because I'm doing my ukulele, right? I would do my little guy on the side here. And I would only take up like this much room. I would put him to the side, and I would have like a big eye looking up here. Right? He looks like a narwhal right now, or a squid. And then I could fill this whole thing with like Herbert, that's his name. Herbert wondered if the ladybug would also like a pet duck. Right, and then you could fill up so much more still. Or, as we were doing that thought thing, like you could make this narration, and then you could draw a little bubble with our little thought bubble, right? And okay, I'm gonna on the spot draw. Ducks have longer beaks, and they have please don't judge me on my ability to draw a duck off the top of my head. So I would do a little thought bubble. I put a little leash on my duck with, well, anyway. So I would, this is really messy, but I think you get my vibe here, right? Like at my ukulele, just the edge of him, thinking about a duck on a leash with my narration box.
Probably look at all of it. Is anybody willing to show?
Has anybody got anything they're ready to show me yet? Penny's got one. Hold on. Can I unmute people or how do I? Aisha.
I'm going to ask people to unmute themselves if you'd like. Free. Okay, Iman wants to share her picture, so she'll show off what she's.
Okay, I'm zooming super close. I'm leaning in, you guys, so you can see everything about me. But how do I see her?
Your picture, just let me know, guys, and I will spotlight your video so everybody sees.
Madison Valvo is holding. Oh, here we go. Here. Can you hold it up so I can see it?
Look.
Yes.
Yes.
So tell me what's happening.
No.
Oh no, that's Vanessa's.
Someone's asleep.
Right. It's something flat next, laying there, saying Z with a little light.
Yeah.
And the next one.
Oh,
It's a phone that's sleeping, but there's a hand coming for it.
love it.
That's as far as I am right now. And then I have 2 blanks.
I love it.
That's beginning my
Thank
story.
you.
Anybody else here have something?
No.
Anyone else want to share their picture?
I have a picture.
Tell me.
Let's show it off.
Rick, somebody said they have a picture. Is it Rick?
Yeah, Rick wants to show his. He doesn't particularly want to talk about it though.
Okay. Can you get it closer, Rick? And then maybe I'll guess. How do I make you bigger?
There we go.
Oh, okay.
Me.
Wait.
Shut up. Here, I'll hold it up for you. No, you don't. He doesn't want to do it
Nope.
right now.
Okay, I get it, Rick. I understand. Let's see. Okay.
Does anybody have a question?
Are there any questions? I'm going to draw along with you for a minute. And let's, oops.
On drawing, she drew a happy person.
I love it. What's making your person happy?
His name Iman. I will just say Iman was kitty.
Because
There's a
she
kitty?
loves kitties, kitty cats.
Yes.
That's
Kitty
why-
cats make me happy.
Is that Iman?
She can make me happy too. I have Kiki at home and her mom.
Yes, love kitty cat.
Amazing. I love kitty cats too.
Story from experience, but I didn't get to finish, but I'll tell you guys what's happening. So in the first one, the mom is really happy because the baby is sleeping. Big sister comes and screams, and mom is not so happy.
Relatable. Yeah.
The next panel, the baby is crying because big sister woke her up. Okay, hold on.
This is Aisha's drawing. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then in the last panel, big sister is gonna help put baby to sleep, back to sleep. So happy.
Amazing. It's perfect. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Wow.
Anybody else?
Do you want to show Hefsa to her?
Yes. Oh, this is baby sister. She wants.
I have,
Oh, hey, baby.
I have a
Oh.
question. Do you ever use photographs?
In what sense? As reference, or do
No.
I put them into the work?
Instead of making a drawing like a photo of something and then put the narration underneath.
I don't, but you know who does something really cool? There's an artist called, her name's Mira Jacobs. Mira Jacob. She wrote a book called Good Talk, and it won a whole bunch of awards, and it's It's beautiful. But first graphic novel on the cover of Publishers Weekly ever. She's brilliant. And what she did is she took photos to use as the background, and then she superimposed her drawn characters on top of those.
Oh, like Knuckle Bunny.
You should read that book. Also, grown-ups should read that book. It's about having good talk. It's about some hard conversations with your children about race, about identity.
We don't own that book.
You should.
Yeah, I'm writing it down.
It's quite wonderful. I know Words has it. All right, so I'm going to if nobody else is talking, I'm going to keep going. But I would love to keep thinking, because I want to see what you've got. What am I going to draw? I am going to draw. That's true too. Let's see, we're half past. We got a lot of time still too. I'm going to draw with you. I'm going to draw Herbert. I don't know how to do it so you can see it either, but not that you necessarily need to. But I happen to love watching people draw. So let's see. Let's have Herbert. And see my, I don't know if you can see, but I'm making a character that's a ukulele, which is a pretty easy shape. It's just is like a butternut squash with a top to it. And same thing, you don't have to do proper legs. You can just do, oh, that's not a happy baby. Squiggly lines for arms. And you can do circles for feet and hands if you need to. Some of my favorite graphic novelists, their work is not picture perfect. It's all about feeling. And think about, right, when Dogman, I know there's a lot of people here that love Dogman. True or false? Raise your hand if you like Dogman. Oh, yeah. But right, think about how that's drawn, right? Because that's Harold and, you guys, who's the other kid from Captain Underpants? Harold and, do you remember, Miss Beth?
George.
Go on! Nice, thank you. So Harold and George, right? Dogman is like what their comic looks like. It's all their handwriting, right? It's nice and deliciously messy. I'm for it. All right, so here we go. I've got Herbert holding a balloon. And then I'm gonna do my perspective trick that Miss Beth is working on over there. And I'm gonna zoom in on Herbie. And you know what I'll do, I don't know if it'll be able to distribute or whatever, but I made a little, last time I did this for the library, a paper hat in Maplewood sponsored it. And I made Micah, this little guide. Like it's a little cheat sheet of everything we talked about.
Yeah, I want that.
About, like it's a little how-to guide, where to get started. It's got examples of your little people. And here's like all these faces, the different kinds of expressions you might want to use. So I will give this to Miss Beth. And I don't know if she wants it digitally or hard or whatever. We'll figure out some way that if you want it, I'll be happy to get it to you. And also,
Well, I can add it to the page. That looks great.
sure. Also, if you guys are really into this, I'm just gonna keep talking while you're drawing. I brought some of my favorite books from the standpoint of making comics, because there's no way I can carry all the graphic novels I love here, right? This one, Let's Make Comics, Just Smart Smiley, is really great for the elementary school age group. It's got Emanata, it's got How to Ink. There's lots of wonderful steps in here, and I can't recommend this enough for kids that want to get into this. If you want to go even a little younger, this book that Mo Willems did, and everybody loves Mo Willems, right? Piggy and Gerald, this creature, right? This, what is this, a flamingo, right?
It's supposed to be on
Don't let the flamingo drive the subway, something like that. Anyway, there's lots of fun activities in here, and some of them are write your own comic related. If you just get weirded out about your art, your drawing, and you want more tips on how to just get out of your own head and get going, I suggest All Things Linda Berry. This one is particularly wonderful. This is her class that she offers in person. And, but this is a online, I mean, a
We have a lot
paper
of books
version.
on how to draw, like Iman would like this one.
Yep.
We have how to draw mermaids, how to draw superheroes, how to
Awesome.
draw dinosaurs. So we do have a lot of books about drawing here at the library too, and lots of books.
Oh, yes. Love
We're
it.
gonna go. So this Thursday.
Oh.
Did I say that? We're gonna make a
You said tie-dye.
tie-dye. Oh,
Yeah.
I said okay. Long day.
And this is kind of like a Bible of cartooning for grown-ups if they're interested in that. Ivan Brunetti. And if you like graphic memoir, which is my favorite, Tom Hart did this beautiful guide on helping you tell your own story through graphic narratives. Oh, here's one more, Scott McCloud, who's sort of the master of like, this is how cartoons work. He's a great place to start too. Anybody got anything else they want to show me yet? I saw that funny.
How to create, we have
Oh, wait.
animation. A lot of kids are interested
That's
in
got more
animation.
books.
How to create animation.
Animation is a great, like if you want tips on how to make
a flip
your
book.
cartoons work, animation is a really good, useful tool. You should. And you should get this one for the library.
Yes, I will.
I'm gonna strong arm them into getting a copy of this for the library.
The-
Oh, here's Penny.
My phone.
Oh, I love it. Your phone is anthropomorphized. I love it.
Got mad. It was sleeping, and I poked it, and it got mad.
So this is a really great job, you guys, on her. She put one of those spiky bubbles around it to convey things. Oh, what's happening here? Oh, this is beautiful.
Extra art.
Extra art.
You should show it. No. All right. Everyone else is hiding the art, but here,
Not by
there's my
That's perfect with the spikies. And I have to say, in the next panel, your final panel, that's a great expression. I love that one eye is closed. I can see the stank and the angry coming right up. The arms are folded. It's perfect. I love it.
grouchy.
Love it. Love it. I want that to be a hair. I want that to be like a really close shot of a character's hair. And then you back out and tell me a story about what happens with that hair.
It's actually a design.
It's just a design.
Okay.
You can spell like.
Anybody else?
Yes.
Got something magic to show?
Do you want to show yours?
No.
No. That's fair.
Well, I can't wait to read it. It looks really great. And then there's another one done on this side, and she won't show anyone.
No, but here's the thing. If you are a little squirmy about showing it right now and you want time to make it beautiful and make you happy, I support you wholeheartedly. There are no rules in art. You can send it either to Miss Beth at children@sopl.org, or you can post it, or you can have your grown-ups, your people, post it on Instagram or Facebook or the socials, TikTok. I don't understand any of those other ones. And you can tag SOPL Our Stories, which is a really cool initiative they have going on right now. And you can also tag the library. And if you feel really uppity, tag me. I'm at Elly Lonon at everything here. Because my name is a weird name, I know. That's me, at Elly Lonon. And I would love to see it all. All right, I'm gonna work on my thing more while you guys tell me what else you're doing.
Where's the hair? Where's the hair? Where's the hair guy? Because I'm going to turn him into something. I need the hair.
You know, this artist, Sean's hand.
I don't.
Graphic, really?
No,
I
not
actually heard him speak years ago. I don't know if I knew the book.
I would love it. I will say what I love about this library, amongst many things. They have a whole section down here in the kids' room of graphic novels. And then they have another section upstairs for YA. And then they have a whole other section for grown-ups. And I read all of them. I just read, how do you say his name? Ben Hatke? Hatke. Paul was really into Zeta, the space girl. And then he's also got another series about like a reimagining of Jack and the Beanstalk, and it was a lot of fun. I recommend it. Awesome. And they also have The Lunch Lady here, which is another great one. And The Bad Guys. I love The Bad Guys. Anybody read The Bad Guys, or is it just me? Yes. Love it. I hear the new one comes out super soon. And there's another local artist, I think he's in Maplewood, Jay Cooper, right? And he's got a couple things, but he also is the illustrator on a series called Bots. That one's a lot of fun too. I don't know if anybody's read that. I think they have that here. I'm not super sure. But Miss Beth left me alone, so I can't ask her. So it'll be a secret, a surprise. All right, I'm going to. Hey, you guys, thanks for coming and drawing with me tonight. I love drawing. It makes me feel better. It makes me feel less lonely to do it with you guys, so thank you.
Iman wants to share two drawings.
Okay.
This is a pickle, but it's been scribbled over a little bit.
I don't think I can see you. Oh, here, okay.
And that's a human. My name is Iman.
Hi, Iman. Scribbled over pickles and cats galore. I'm for it.
South Orange.
I'm in South Orange.
What?
Amazing.
Since at Maplewood. Since at Maplewood.
This isn't Maplewood. I like a lot of things about Maplewood, but if you want to know where my favorite library is.
She's talking about her cousin. She lives in Maplewood.
Oh.
Her name is Dana.
All right, so here.
I'm not talking about my cousin. I'm talking about my sister.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Mom, where's the other? Where's the other one?
So here I'm shifting my perspective around, right? I start up kind of like normal distance with Herbert holding a ukulele. Then I zoom way, way in. So I'm like inside his brain. And there he is imagining flying through the air like Gonzo with all his balloons, which I'm probably the only person old enough to remember Gonzo. But then his balloon pops and see all the emanata around him. I zoomed back out so I could get the maximum pop. And then let's see. How do you think he's gonna feel after that? Like super happy? Should I draw him like really happy that his balloon exploded and he's never gonna float into the air? Would he be sleepy? Aren't you always sleepy after you hear a balloon explode right beside your head? Right, you gotta think about what your character might be feeling. What, wrap it up? Sure.
No.
Oh.
We have to leave the clock.
Oh.
This is the line. You're gonna take all of this.
Oh,
Do
oh.
you know that?
Maybe I do. Yes, that looks beautiful. I want to read that. Is that from up the white?
Yeah, that's much there.
Thank you. Miss Beth is literally the best. Y'all.
Whenever I know, like, sometimes I get carried away though.
No. Too much is not enough, as the sign used to say. And
You don't have to take anything else.
all right, so. I'm gonna assume that Herbert is pretty dejected and sad at the loss of his balloon. I should probably put some balloon remnants, right, on the ground. Yeah, this is amazing. Beth is just running around picking out graphic novels for me.
Well, this is very clever.
I know this one.
Okay.
Yes.
You should have this
I
one.
see. Okay, see, I have read.
Yeah.
I have read
I figured you
it. What else can I tell you while I'm talking to you? So once you get brave enough to start doing more of these, it's a lot of fun. Like I have my Herbert guy that I draw, and I do when I'm working on a new character, I do little studies of that character. So let's see, I don't know if I can be able to see this, but here's like a little study I did when I first started thinking about Herbert and what he might look like when he was having different feelings and doing different things. Like, I think ukuleles would jump rope and get cold in the winter. You can take your character and imagine weird situations for them to try out. Or I'm working on a book about a gorilla and her friend that's a van. So this is Anna. So I just do little studies of like this is a van, like a Volkswagen van, sneezing because I don't know. But especially right now, while we're not seeing as many of our friends as we might like to, make one up, draw them, have adventures with them in a comic. What else? Rick, are you sure you don't want to show me what you're working on? Because I'm very curious. Anyone else want to show me what they're working on? Iman. I love it. She's like, here's more blue pages. Let's see. I can tell you, if anyone is interested in writing their own book or graphic story, comic, etc., I could tell you some of the steps. After you brainstorm your characters and do these studies on them, you would write a script. So my book is based on a column that I write for a website called McSweeney's. And when I write it for McSweeney's, they just look like stage directions, right? It looks like a party back there. So then your next step, after you figure out what the characters are going to say to each other, you might write out what it looks like. So for this page, we decided that the layout, the first panel would be a quarter page, and we talked about the point of view, like where a camera would be if you were directing a movie or a TV show, right? Like, is the camera looking over my shoulder at what I'm looking at? Is it super close to me and like looking at my nose? Like, it could be whatever the point of view is, right? So then you do thumbnails, super, super rough sketches of those different points of view and the setting, right? You get a feeling for where the people will be, how you want them in proximity to one another, and where you might fit the word bubbles depending on how much text you have. And then you would do pencil sketches. I'm gonna hold that close because they're so light. That's the same thing. Thumbnail, pencil sketch, right? See how they get a little more detailed, less worried about the words at that point. You're trying to figure out perspective and layout and how things will sit together. And then you shove in the letters. For our book, we lettered digitally. We took Joan's handwriting and made it into a font. So then I would take all these pencils and I would put the text where it went or where I thought it would go. And I edited over and over and over again. And it gave me way too many chances to change all the text over and over again, which drove everybody crazy. And then you ink it and put in those last little details and make it sharp. So you go from words on a page to these rough thumbnails to here. I should probably double check that doesn't say anything. No, it's okay. Does anybody have any questions about the process, about writing, about drawing, about any of it? Can I impart any wisdom on you beautiful people today? I lost Miss Beth. She did not do her comic. So when you guys come into the library, you have to get her to show it to you and nag her to work on it. We're going to make her post it on social media. Oh, we're almost out of time, aren't we? Do you like how I get closer and closer to the screen every time because I just want to see? Oh, okay, we got somebody sharing. I can't see it. I think you have to unmute yourself. Oh.
Okay. So I took the picture of, I don't know, whatever that stuff was, which we decided was hair.
Yes.
The next frame is the hair with eyes.
Yes.
And then the next one is, whoa.
Ah.
Well, I'll go back a little bit. You see the hair with eyes? It's actually a germ on a lollipop.
I love it.
And then the lollipop is in the woods.
That is a great use of perspective, you guys. Like that is like super micro zoomed in, and then I love it. It reminds me, that little creature too reminds me of do you remember that Marcel the Shell? Do you remember that guy? It reminds me of that little animated, it was a shell with like googly eyes on it, and it was cool. Thank you for sharing that. Hey, Mon, you look like you have another one. I love it.
So please, everyone,
Another pickle.
another pickle.
Another pickle.
I want a pickle series, Iman. I want to see all the pickles. Like, wow, that's for another day. But I would love to see a whole family of pickles on adventures.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, please submit your drawings to either our social media and tag it with SOPL Our Stories, or email it to children@sopl.org.
Here. Here's the email address. Oh, it's going to be blurry. children@sopl.org. And there's your hashtag SOPL Our Stories. I want to thank the library for having me and letting me do this. I got to leave my house, which happens never. And you should be in your house too. But the library is open, and they have done, I feel very safe here. And I am super, super cautious and careful. So this is in my safety zone, and I thank them for taking care to do that. I'm going to put my mask back on so that Beth can come back in, because I feel like she wants to say something else. But thank you very much to everyone for coming, for the library for having me, etc.
So there are story hours still happening tomorrow, Tuesday. Well, Miss Keisha, story hour will be at 11. She gets a big crowd. And if you go to the website, www.sopl.org, look at the Twitter feed, and you'll see all the hours that were open, because they have been extended. So good night. Thank you.
Thank you guys. Thank you for coming.
You were fabulous.
You guys are fabulous. I don't know how to make it end.
Meeting. Bye, Aisha. Whoops. Looks like you got Iman excited about.
Ended. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Iman.